Okay, my name is Beverley Burdeyney, and I've developed a program, Balloonology, which addresses the office worker prolonged sitting syndrome. I think it can minimize your problems or in turn prevent it from happening altogether. And it consists of several different mediums, but the main concentration is on using the balloons. And I start off by sitting on an armchair. I have a balloon between my knees, and I rest my arms on the armrest. So what I do is I position myself well, my head is up, my head is eye level, and in turn I press into the balloons, press my elbows into the chair and bring myself up, breathe and release. Again, 2 and release, 3 and release. I do, depending on how I feel, but I say a minimum of 10 is good, but you begin with as many as you're comfortable with so that you don't hurt yourself. The next step is using additional balloons, thank you, which involves putting balloons underneath your shoulders. And again, you just repeat the procedure. Your body's in the same position. You squeeze your knees into the balloons, squeeze your elbows into the balloons, and this brings your upper torso right up, and your head is eye level, and you should feel the movement right through your neck. And then you can just feel the circulation going to your head. It relaxes you, and you feel good. And you just repeat that, and at the same time, this uses your abdominals so that you feel you're using your diaphragm, so you're breathing deeper, and it just feels good all the way around. Then the next step is you put your elbows on the balloon, and you just repeat the same thing. Put your knees into the balloon, press your arms, your elbows into the balloons, and raise yourself up and breathe, hold, and relax. And again, hold, and relax. The next step is that I put the balloon, I sit up again, I put the balloon just underneath my chin, and I press my knees into the balloon, press the balloon into my chest, and you take a deep breath, and you can just feel it, and release. And you repeat that, press, 2 presses, and release. Then what I do is that I put the balloon behind my back between my shoulder blades. And I repeat the same. I press my knees into the balloon, press my back into the back of the chair, and press the balloon in front into my chest, and release. Breathe, and release. And then, of course, you can just put your elbows to the side, and it's the same thing. Press your knees in, press your head back, and press your hands into the balloon, and release. And again, just make sure you feel the engagement of your lower body as well, and press on the feet into the floor, and release. The final one is when you put the balloon behind your head, your elbows are towards the ceiling. You press your knees into the balloon, your back into the balloon, and your head into the balloon. And just relax and release, and relax and release. And you can just feel it stimulating your entire body. And with that comes relaxation, mindfulness, and exhaustion. Thank you. Now, it's your turn. So what I'd like you to do is press your knees into the balloon, press your arms into the armchair, bring your head up and push yourself up, but press your knees more into the balloon and right up. Breathe in and breathe out. And try one more. Press harder through your knees. Press here, and release. Again, press your knees in. Yeah. That's not good enough.
It's hard to do 3 things at once.
Mindfulness, there you go. And release.
You know, it's challenging to rub your stomach and pat your head at the same time.
I know.
You're asking me to do 3 things.
3 things at the same time. And that's why it's challenging.
That's a talent you have to develop.
Well, it takes time.
Skill,
but you know what? I'm available to help you out whenever you want. And now put your arms up and you put the balloons underneath here. Like that. Okay, and it's the same thing. You're going to press here, press in, and your head up. Use your belly and release. Press harder here though. And press here. Bring your torso up and release. One more. Press in hard with your knees. Press, 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 press. And release.
I think you're just having fun showing my weaknesses.
Well, you know what?
These are isometric contractions.
I know, but you know what?
It's interesting because in surgery,
yes,
we're asked to do things for an extended period of time.
Exactly, and this develops that.
It's hard to maintain an isometric contraction for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 2 hours.
But this will help you.
In a certain position. So what this is going to do is train me to do that.
Of course.
It's going to train my muscles. I'm training them isometrically, so when I use them, when I really need them in the operating room,
yes,
it won't be as difficult.
Absolutely.
Let's say 2 hours.
Performance will be better. Your performance will be better, and you'll be less exhausted.
I think it applies to everything and anything.
I agree.
There's so many things we don't train for life. We just live.
Good health is a well-planned journey, is all that I'm saying, and you have to do it.
What people need to recognize is that to live each day, you need to maintain a certain level of fitness.
I agree.
Right? There's no, as we say, there's no dress rehearsals for life.
Exactly. Well,
Life
you see,
as we live it.
Because of the many physical disabilities that I've had no choice. I chose life. I wanted to participate in life. I wanted to enjoy life. Therefore, this has been a constant learning experience for me and a developing experience because I know what the body needs, and not everybody understood what I needed, so I developed it on my own. And that's how this came into play, from a birthday party.
It makes sense.
Okay, so we will continue. Now, sit up again straight. Your feet are underneath your knees. I want you to put a balloon behind your back.
Yep.
Put your hands over here first. Yeah. And you'll press here, and press your back into the chair. 3 presses.
Got it.
And release. And again, press your knees in.
Yep.
And release. And
is there
one.
a certain period of time you think is ideal to maintain?
I say, I do the count of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. That's about 30 seconds, I would think. Not, but you know.
A real slow count.
Okay, now, but approximately 30 seconds. So you put your elbows up, like that. Okay, now, press here.
Am I pushing from the side?
No, you're pushing into yourself first. Okay, press in first, and release. Remember, breathe in, and breathe out. And one more time.
I think that's what you can use for your time period. Do it while you breathe in and breathe out. One cycle probably. 3 seconds.
Yes, okay. Okay, and then you can put your hands on the side of the balloons. Bring your elbows up to your shoulders like this. So 1 press, 2 press, 3 presses. Go. Right in and out. In and out. One more. In and out. How are you doing?
I think that's what you're doing.
Okay. Now, put it behind your head. Grab it. So what you're doing is you're pressing your knees into your balloon, pressing your back into this balloon, and in turn, holding the balloon so that you can press your head into this balloon and release. Press harder in your knees. That's it. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in and out.
Ooh, my knees are shaking already.
It uses the body. And then the other thing, if you want to do more, you can just put your hands on top of the balloon, sit up straight, and press down and come up. 1, and down. Press, here, go. And down. One more. And down. That's it.
Right on.
So I'm saying this is your 5-minute exercise, if you please, that you can do anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
When I had an issue, I even did it in the car. I'd pull over to the side, have my balloons, and do it.
No, it's universal. You can do it anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's an inexpensive way to maintain your health.
100%.
Okay, now,
What are we doing next?
well, I'll show you what I do next. As my feet hip width, bend my knees a bit, lock my buns, so it's like it's a standing pelvic tilt. You can see how you engage your entire body, and that's the position you want when you're standing. So I start off with putting, I say this is the heaviest band of the group, but you can start off with the pink, which is the lightest. I put it above my head, and my arms are really along the side of my ears, and I bring it to the back of my head like this, up and down, and as you can see, I'm using my entire torso, like so. Then in turn, to really get into the back, which you need, is I hold the band at top and at the bottom, and I go up and down, like I do a total of 50 a day. But you know, everybody has to start at their level, and you can see how it works the body. And then I do it here. Same thing. One goes up, one goes down. You maintain your body position, like so. And then I do it underneath the chin and behind the head. So I go out to the side, hold. You're like an airplane, nice and straight. Slowly in with the band against your neck. Slowly out, hold, and come back. And you just repeat it, and back, and repeat it, and back. And then I go back to the one on top and just do another 50 of those. Do you want to try it?
Sure.
Now, take a test because you don't want to hurt yourself. Why don't you maybe start off with open your legs hip width? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Do you want to try it out if it's too heavy for you, or you think you'll manage? Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay. So you put it above your head. Your head is eye level. Keep your head eye level. 1 to the back of your head and up. 2 and up. Use your stomach. 3 and up. Don't come forward. Stay behind your head. And again, and relax. How does that feel?
Good.
Okay, now grab it like this with one hand. Drop it. Grab it here. Make it a little longer. So, yeah, right up. But don't, your arm goes along your ear like this. Right up. And down. This one goes down at the same time as that one goes up. Stretch your wrists.
So it's hard stretched out.
That's it.
We gotta bend it and then
Okay. Right up. You see, you need to be able to stretch those elbows.
Yeah, that's tennis.
Okay, and down. Not an excuse, because I play tennis too. Right up, and down. Change arms so you don't overdo it. Bend and tuck, and right up, head up though, eye level. One nice straight line, and relax, and again, and relax. One more. Good. Okay, now hold it at the edge just like this, but just don't make sure you don't hurt yourself. Keep the band along your neck, bend and tuck, and out to the side, shoulder height, shoulder height, shoulder height. Make it longer maybe. There you go. And no, but keep the band on your neck when you're coming in. Out, and stretch your arm. Make it a little longer so you can stretch your wrists.
We got short arms.
No, stretch them out. Stretch it out like this. That's how you want to feel it. And come in. Out again. And in behind your back and do the same thing. Keep it on your neck. You alternate. 1, stretch. And in. And again, breathe. And in. And breathe. And in. Okay, now you make it shorter again. usually shoulder width, and you repeat like this.
Right.
Okay, go ahead. That completes the cycle of the band, but not below, just to the tip of your head, up and down, up like this.
Oh.
And keep your head up, eye level for your head, and up. Keep the tension open. 2, and up, and 3, and up. Okay, that should do for today for you. How does that feel?
No, it's good for my arm.
No, you better believe it, but there's more. Okay, now, you see, this is something I don't show everybody. I do it myself, okay? You put it like so, okay, if you really want a good stretch. And you just bend and tuck again, and you bring it to the top of your head. 1, 2, 3. I usually do 50, just like that. But you see how it works your arms and stretches your entire torso.
No, but don't use the word stretch, because it doesn't. It's the one thing it's not doing. You are doing exercises.
Okay.
And when you exercise, you strengthen muscles.
Strengthen muscles then.
After you strengthen them, you gotta stretch.
Okay.
Don't. That's not gonna stretch you. That's not going to stretch.
Well, I feel it does.
You may feel like you're stretching up.
So this is strengthening the muscles. Thank you.
With resistance, you're using it as a strengthening tool.
Then it's a strengthening tool.
So stretch, strength.
Stretch, strength. Okay, you see?
Strength.
Stretch. Thank you.
The
No.
problem is that people don't spend time stretching. It's not fun to stretch.
I know.
They like to do exercise.
Well, this is exercises, and then, as you say, the bonus is stretching.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I use 2.5 pound weights. You may want to use 5, I don't know. Like, this is what I do. I'll just give gains like this, slowly. Then in turn, I do like so, a few. Then in turn, I bring my arms up, go like so, go in and out, and then like so. My arms are elbows are shoulder level. Then I start with behind my head like that, and I bring it up until I'm well above my head, and then it depends on who I'm angry at, I give that real punch. And that completes the weights. And you can do your bands afterwards too. It depends how you feel at any given time. And then that you really have stretched yourself properly, I use this block, and I put it about 2 feet in front of myself, and I just stretch myself like so. Then in turn, I'll put it just about 6 inches above my feet, and I do the same thing. Just a nice relaxed feeling and good for breathing. And particularly, it clears the headaches. And then I just stay like that for a little while too. And then I bring it forward and do the downward dog, so to speak, and then get up. Then I finish it off with, again, with my feet hip width. I put my hands on my back so that you can see how I literally massage my back. I'm putting my back into my hands so that I'm stimulating circulation through my entire spine as well. That's it in a nutshell. Usually it's the flat ball that I start off with. I put my foot on the ball, and I just press my toes like that and try to raise my heel a little bit, but not much. Then in turn I repeat the same by putting my heel and pressing my toes into the floor. And then I put it in my arch, and then I try to get both toes and heel into the floor, so it stretches your, not stretches, but stimulates your nerves. It's like reflexology, but of a different nature. Okay? And you can also use this ball, if you want a little bit more. It always depends on what mood I'm in, but I do it. But you'd be amazed how good this feels. If you want to try, just slip off your shoes. It depends how much time you have. Just come over here, but hold on so that you don't fall. Put your toes first. Yeah. And press and release. Press and release. Now put your heel on it. Do the same thing. Press your toes in. Press and release. Press and release. And now in your arch. And this is particularly not only for women with high heels, but older people just don't use their feet properly.
Yeah.
And this has merit. And you can just try this one. Just put it in your arch right now. Yeah. You can feel what it does to you.
Mm-hmm.
And these are dollar store items.
Right.
That's where you find them.
Yeah, it's relaxing.
Exactly. It just adds to it. That's it in a nutshell, Doctor. Any questions? So, how did you enjoy the program?
Well, I think the program makes perfect economical sense because you're sitting all the time, you know,
Yes.
so it's a perfect opportunity. It's kind of like dead time, and our bodies just exist in our chair and sort of conform to the chair. So it's a way of stopping and all of a sudden saying, you know what, my muscles are doing me a service. I should do a service for my muscles. So while I'm doing things while sitting, I can actually be doubly effective.
Yes.
And that way doing the exercise at the same time. These are all, the balloon type of exercise are really isometric exercises.
Yes.
There's not really any motion. There's force out, force return.
Exactly.
Force back. So just like Sir Isaac Newton pointed out, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Yes.
And that's basically what we're seeing here. And for that brief period of time, because we're not doing it for minutes to hours, we're doing it really for seconds.
Yes.
And that short period of time is more of a relaxing way of doing it. It's the longer you do it, the more effort is required,
Exactly.
and the more less relaxation occurs.
But it
So
depends
when
on
you
how
do
much
it for
effort, how much time you want to put into
so
it.
when you do it for seconds, it's more of a relaxed atmosphere, a relaxed feeling while you're doing the contraction. And it makes sense. You know,
Thank
I mean,
you.
it's for anybody. It's for absolutely anybody. I can see a pilot flying a plane doing this,
Yes.
you know?
Yes. The bus driver.
But he has to concentrate on where he's flying, too.
But everybody has a few minute break,
Oh.
and that's when you can utilize
Breaks
this.
or no breaks, even
Yeah.
while you're just sitting there.
Yes,
You know,
I say
while
I've done it
you're-
while you know, pulling over to the
keyboarding,
side
while
of the
you're
car
keyboarding and
and
things like
driving.
that.
Yes.
You know, that's the key is you can do more than one thing at once. It's like multitasking. So again, it's a great form of program, and the use of the bands again, all
That
isometric
augments
type
it.
of
Yes.
exercises is going to help along with. So
Thank you very much.
I salute
Appreciate
you
it.
once again.
Thank you kindly.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.